time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time.
Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Getting Well with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, ready to break down today's slate. Of course, we'll jump into the chat here and we'll take a quick look at what happened yesterday. Not a whole lot to go over yesterday, but 7 games, 10 plays for me so far. Yeah, I have quite a few plays here, but I'm really focusing in on a few games. There's a few games I'm passing on, but 2-1 yesterday. Vegas Knights looked off the last 2 games. Yeah, not a good performance by them yesterday. Mr. Edelman, we meet again. Hello, Mr. Earl. What's up, Terry? I smash like you always do, Richie. Everyone, be like Richie. Be like Richie. The draw on the Caps Cats saved my night. See, there you go, Icex. You used to hate draws, and I was betting the draws, and you just hated them, and now look. Now you're making money off the draw. So there you go. We will jump into what happened yesterday quickly before we get on to today's slate. In this game here between Ottawa and Toronto, I passed. Did not really have a good feeling about it overall. 6-3 final score for Ottawa, who once again goes over the total for the Senators. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, definitely not panic button time, but this team is just not playing well. And they are falling further and further behind the Boston Bruins. I know it's early in the season, but a lot of people had this Leafs team as a potential President's Trophy winner, and they just don't look that way this year so far. So, second game here, Florida, Washington. I did lean Florida. I didn't like the price overall. Florida winning 4-3 in overtime. So that was a good win for them. And then the final game of the night, I did like the Vegas Golden Knights, who lost 4-1 to the LA Kings, who continue their perfect road record. Their home record is not nearly as good, obviously, but they've played extremely well on the road so far this year. Street saying Terry getting wild. Potentially. Nick, if our game ends in a draw, I swear. There you go. Bruins -2.5. Wild making tons of moves. Gotcha, thank you. Calgary called up Wolf. Yes, they did, which is a great move for the Calgary Flames. Yes, I don't like rushing goaltenders, and I just hope that they don't throw them to the wolves like a certain other goalie that I won't mention because I've done it a million times. But yeah, I hope Wolf makes some starts, but don't just ride him every game. Make sure to give him games off. Calgary did call up Wolfie, and Kings look deadly. Talbot, yeah. He's playing well right now, but his injury history, he will be either injured or he will be playing like he did in Minnesota, where he just doesn't care some nights. Then LA will go and trade for a goaltender, and then all of a sudden Talbot will be shutting everyone down again because he'll actually care again. So I don't want a goalie in net for my team that doesn't care. And he does that quite often where he just doesn't care. I'm not a Cam Talbot fan. Throw him to the Wolves. Yes. Throw him to the Wolves. Wow, Terry. Wow. Yes. Wow. But that's today's slate. That's today's slate. That's yesterday's slate. I'm not going to go too much into the Kalen Addison trade for the Wild, which we briefly talked about yesterday. I like Zach Bogasayan. I like a 6'3" defender who is big and has a bunch of size. Kalen Addison, have fun in San Jose. Good luck. Good luck in San Jose. I wish you all the best, but it wasn't going to happen for you here in Minnesota. But we will jump into today's slate. Let me bring up the first game here, which is the Minnesota Wild and the New York Rangers here in this one. Minnesota +100 to +106. The Rangers -115 to -125. 6.5s now, right across the board in this game. And my bet isn't in this game isn't going to be too much of a surprise to anybody, but I locked in wild money line yesterday at plus 140, plus 140, and now they are plus 100 to plus 106. And I also locked in the over six at minus 120, and now we're seeing over 6.5s. I do have plus 115 written up there, and that's because obviously I do the slides in the morning, and I'm not going to put down a plus 140 when nobody can get that anymore. So that's the reason for the plus 115. Now we've seen it move to plus 106. I would still take the Wild in this spot. The Rangers, Igor Shesterkin is still hurt. Jonathan Quick, he's now hurt. So the Rangers had to call up two goaltenders from the AHL. Louis Domingue will get the start here in this one. The Wild 7-1-3 in their last 11 against the New York Rangers. 5 of the last 6 games have gone over 6.5. Minnesota has won 2 games in a row, and they've gone over 6.5 in 9 of their 12 games this season. The Wild are an over team. The Rangers 7-0-1 in their last 8. They've gone over in 3 of their last 5. 4 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone to overtime. So I wouldn't be shocked if we did get a overtime game in this one. But I like the Wild money line. I really liked it at plus 140. Now that we're getting to plus 106, as long as they're still the dog, it's still a good price for me. I don't expect them to become the favorite in this game, but we'll have to see here in this one. Of course, when it comes to player props, Marco Rossi, goal in 3 of his last 5 games. I don't have it up on the screen because for some reason it jinxes him, so I'm not going to do it. So there we go. LMFAO, good day, Terry. Hello, Captain Bry. I would bet the Wild money line, but it's risky. Interesting. Wild money line, Wild alternate puck line minus 1.5. I get it. I get it's Domingue, but this price is disrespectful on New York Rangers. Grab New York Rangers in over 6. Revenge game for New York Rangers as well after choking a 3-0 lead away. Yes, I was originally going to pass in this game when it came to the side because of the potential New York Rangers revenge factor. But with the goaltending switches, with Domingue here and net, I cannot pass up the Wild at all. And yeah, I can't pass it up. Boldy assist plus 150. Rossi assist plus 350. You're seeing Rossi assist? Does that mean Rossi point is available? Because if that's the case, I'm extremely, extremely interested in that. Because if it's only been Rossi goal, so now that you're seeing the assist, that's really interesting. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, my plays are already placed. So Wild, let's go. Yes. Kaprizov goal. Draw. Never mind. Richie likes 5-3. All right. There was no revenge last year when the Wild got bent over after the first game. Rangers still beat the Wild in the second game. Squeak, you meant to say squeak. Yes, the Rangers won both games last year. And yes, Fleury will be in net today. Philip Gustafson will be in net tomorrow against the Buffalo Sabres. Take the Wild tonight. Don't take the Wild tomorrow. And it's not because Gus is in net. It's because it's just a really good spot for Buffalo tomorrow with the Wild playing tonight. So I take the Wild tomorrow. We'll obviously talk. I take the Wild today, and we'll talk about the game tomorrow. But going to our second game on the slate, which is between the Chicago Blackhawks, Tampa Bay Lightning. Chicago plus 200 to plus 215. Tampa Bay minus 225 to minus 260. 6.5s right across the board. The Blackhawks 2-5 in their last 7 games. They've gone over 6.5 in 4 of their last 6. Tampa Bay 2-1-2 in their last 5, going over 6.5 in 6 of their last 9 games. And as I had it up here on the screen, I lean with the over 6. Not pulling the trigger as of yet. I just don't really trust Chicago's offense enough. I could see Tampa Bay winning this game 4-1 type of game, 4-2 possibly. Tampa Bay 8-0 in the last 8 meetings. They've covered the puck line in all 8 of those wins. and they covered the -2.5 in 6 of the 8 wins against Chicago. So these games between Tampa Bay and Chicago have not been close whatsoever. Tampa Bay has run them, um, played them pretty well. But lean with the over. No official play here for me in this one. Rossi point is +125. Oh, oh, all right. Well, wow. All right. That's definitely 100% a play. I love that Rossi points available now. I absolutely love it. Blackhawks money line. Okay. Best of luck, Tampa Bay money line. Don't overthink this game. Yeah. Blackhawks +212. Line is too wide. Mm-mm. Wild money line is not -104 on FanDuel. Is it not? Da, 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 da. Yeah, I don't know why it said that, but um, I don't know why. Tampa is scoring at will right now. Yes, and looking at Tampa Bay props, I don't have it listed here, but Kucherov um, over 1.5 points in 3 straight games. He's a goal in 3 straight games. Kucherov +100 to find the back of the net here in this game. His over 1.5 points was -150 when I looked, which is obviously out of my price range. But his goal prop was +100, so that's where I would go with is Kucherov +100. Okay, it's -104 now. Wow, wow. Yeah, so Wild might become the favorite before the game starts. So if you like the Wild, go bet them right now, right now. Lightning puck line over 6.5. Kraken money line is dropping to potential Avs backup. Just FYI, if anyone's planning on taking Kraken money line, and we'll definitely get to that play later. Stamkos, a point in 4 straight games, point in Hedman, a point in 3 straight games. So if you're looking for same game parlays or anything like that, that's where I'd go. And back to Nikita Kucherov, he has over 5 shots in 5 straight games. So I'm not exactly sure what his shot prop is at for Kucherov, but over 5 shots in 5 straight games. He's a goal in 3 straight games. I'm going to be adding his anytime goal for sure here for Mr. Kucherov. Richie does like the Wild +107, and then Robert also likes the Wild +100. Yes, that is obviously who I'm taking in this game. Going to our next game, which is between the Vancouver Canucks and the Ottawa Senators. Here in this one, I did discuss a little bit about this game yesterday. Vancouver -118 to -130. Ottawa +105 to +110. Sevens now across the board here in this one. And I should be bringing up starting goalies. Razik against Johansson in the last game. And Casey DeSmith is confirmed for Vancouver here in this one. 2-0-1 with a 3.06 goals against average, 905 save percentage. So he hasn't been necessarily lights out, but Vancouver has been winning the games with him in net. Vancouver 3-0-1 in the last 4 meetings between the teams, 13-4-1 in the last 18 meetings between these two teams. So Vancouver has had a lot of success against Ottawa. Ottawa coming off that big win against Toronto last night in Toronto, heading home here now to face this red hot Canucks team who is 7-0-1 in their last 8. Give me Canucks money line. And I also got the over 6.5 at -120. I don't know if you can still find the 6.5. I don't know what it'd be priced at right now, but I would take the over 6.5. Vancouver over 6.5 in 8 of their 12 games. Ottawa in 8 of their 10. It might be 9 of 11 actually now. And the last 5 meetings between these two teams have all gone over 6.5. And now seeing that DeSmith is in net, I really do like the over. I don't like sevens, but it wouldn't shock me if this does go over 7. So if you want to take the 7 to plus money, you could go that way, or you could take the 6.5 and lay the juice. But I like over 6.5 and Canucks money line in this one. And then I do have a player prop, but unfortunately I can't fit it all on the screen, so I had to make a second slide. I had to do that with another game as well. Philip Hronek over 0.5 point is +120. If you've been watching the show for this year, you've seen me continue to bet Philip Hronik. He has a point in 7 straight games, all assists. So he has an assist slash point in 7 straight games. He's plus 120 to get a point tonight in this game, which should be very high scoring. Um, this game is this prop is priced incorrectly, and it's because he's not Pedersen, he's not Quinn Hughes, he's not JT Miller, he's not Brock Besser. He's Philip Hronik, a defenseman. So that's why we're getting this great price. But I would definitely take Hronik here. Ice X like Senators money line and Senators minus 1.5. Interesting. Canucks all day. I agree. Now this is the bait game. All right. Canucks are a wagon. Nucks money line and B Sawyer's hammer play is the Wild Rangers over 6, which I'm on as well. Completely agree. Canucks money line. Canucks minus 1.5. Little nervous it's going to be to Smith and not Demko though. Yeah, that's why I'm happy I'm on the over 6.5 as well. Because if Vancouver does lose this game, it's probably going to be something like a 6-5 loss or 6-5 overtime loss or something like that. So I'm happy to be on the over 6.5 as well. Besser point minus 154. Out of my price range, but a good parlay piece. I would actually go with JT Miller, who's a 0.5 of 6, or Hughes is a 0.6 of 8. Quinn Hughes shot props, I'm not sure what it's at, but he has over 2.5 shots in 10 of his 12 games this season for Quinn Hughes. So I would look at him for shot props if you want. Oh, Nick and Terry agree. I got it. Yeah, doesn't happen very often at all, but there you go with Tim. Exactly. So recap of this game: Canucks money line over 6.5 and Hronik over 0.5 point. Going into our next game here, which is between the Montreal Canadiens and the Detroit Red Wings. Montreal plus 140 to plus 150. Detroit minus 156 to minus 170. 6.5s right across the board here in this one. Montreal 0-3-1 in their last 4 games. They've gone over 6.5 in 5 of their last 7. Detroit 2-4-1 in their last 7 games. They've gone over 6.5 in 7 of their last 10. So both teams are trending towards the over right now. But I'm not. I'm not on the over in this game. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these teams have all gone under 5.5. So we have seen very low scoring meetings between these teams. 3 of the last 5 games, 3 of the last 5 meetings have gone to overtime. Detroit 4-0-1 in the last 5. So the Red Wings have definitely had the advantage over Montreal in recent years. But Detroit's minus 170 in this game. And I can't come here and tell anyone to lay that, or you would have to go with in regulation. And I just don't feel comfortable with that as well. But something I've been betting in Montreal games, and I will continue to do so, is Sean Monahan to get a point. Minus 115 again tonight. He has a point in 8 of his last 9 games. This should not be minus 115. It should be minus 130, minus 140. So I will take it here. Monahan to get a point. That's it for me in this game. Wings minus 1.5. All right. Montreal, Detroit over 6.5. Recent games for these teams would say yes. Recent or past history says no. Live dog Montreal plus 144. If continue to strike hard and fast, Canucks money line and over. Yeah, I like it. Red Wings money line and a parlay. Salute Terry. Thanks, Cav. You too. It's Swedish night at the Wings game. Interesting. Hope Huso plays, and that's a very good question. Let's see, or a very good comment. Let's see who is in net for this game. If anyone is confirmed yet. James Reimer will be start. So no Huso. James Reimer is confirmed for Detroit. 2-2 with a 1.52 goals against average and a 944 save percentage. Reimer's been great so far this year. Nobody confirmed for Montreal. Samuel Montembeault is listed, which makes me lean Detroit. Heavy towards Detroit. Reimer plays. Reimer likely. Reimer confirmed now. Reimer confirmed. But I think Monahan can still get a point against him at some point. Going on to our next game here, which is Ice X against Mr. Nicholas Earl. We have the New York Islanders facing the Boston Bruins. Islanders plus 110 to plus 117. Boston minus 125 to minus 135. 5.5s right across the board. We don't see 5.5s that often anymore. Islanders 3-1-2 in their last 6 games. 3 of their last 6 have gone over 5.5. Boston 10-1-1 on the season. 4 of their last 5 games have gone under 5.5. This Bruins team is just as deadly as last year, and it's because of their goaltending. It's because of this team's goaltending. Boston 4-0 in the last 4 meetings. However, 3 of the last 4 meetings have been high-scoring games, going over 6.5 in 3 of the last 4. So for me in this one, I'm passing. First pass of the night. However, seeing Boston at minus 125, we're starting to get to the point where I'm considering Boston because I do like Boston. I just didn't like the price. And now that we're getting to the minus 125 point, minus 130 at some spots, if this continues to move that way, I will be taking the Boston Bruins in this one. Play of the day, Bruins minus 1.5. All right. Pass. Why has the line dropped 30 cents towards New York Islanders? Who knows? Under 5.5 equals money, or maybe, and draw plus 320. Zach says bye, Tim. You just pissed him off there. He didn't want to see the draw. Islanders puck line, says Tommy Doherty, a Bruins fan. So that's interesting. Bruins money line parlay 4-2 Bruins. I could see that. This should be an easy for the Bruins, but it would be under. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens in this one. The line movement is somewhat concerning here in this one. But moving along to our next game here, which is between the Dallas Stars and the Bruins, probably win in overtime. Potentially. Next game between the Dallas Stars and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Dallas minus 200 to minus 230. Columbus plus 180 to plus 199. I see 6.5s. I see a 5.5, and I see a 6. So books are kind of all over the place here when it comes to the total, depending on what you like in this game. When it comes to goaltenders here, we have. I should have mentioned the last game. It is Allmark against Sorokin in the last game. Actually, Allmark is projected, so he's not confirmed. But in this one, for some reason, I forget about goaltenders all the time. In this game, Jake Ottinger is confirmed for Dallas. I wasn't sure if he would start. I thought maybe they would go to Wedgwood, but no, it is Jake Ottinger. Spencer Mårten for Columbus. He's 1-2-1 with a 2.62 goals against average and a 927 save percentage. So Mårten not necessarily winning games, but he's played pretty well so far for the Blue Jackets this year. Dallas 3-3 in their last 6, 4-1-1 on the road. Have lost back-to-back games. Columbus 1-3-3 in their last 7. So they've won 1 of their last 7 games. Columbus not finding ways to win. They have been going to overtime recently, but haven't been finding ways to win. Dallas 6-2 in the last 8 meetings. 7 of the last 8 meetings have gone under 6.5. So we have seen lower scoring games when these two teams face. And with the goaltending matchup we have today, that's where I would lean, would be the over 6.5. Sorry, under 6.5 here in this one. But I'm passing on this game as well. If I was forced to make a play, I would look at Dallas money line in a parlay. I trust Dallas to win this game, but I don't trust Dallas in regulation or on a puck line right now. But I do think they win this game. Columbus has been finding ways to go to overtime. Dallas can always go to overtime. So potentially maybe a draw as well. But passing in this game, but definitely not passing in the next game. Wanted Boston, but line movement kept you off. All right, all right. Pass. Bruins minus 130 at Barstool. Pass for Tim in this game. Richie says, let's go Stars. And he thinks they win big here. 8-3. A big win here for the Stars. Pass, lean Blue Jackets. Stars should win and lean the under for sure. Sup, Richie. Longhorns for the Natty. Wow, Nick to bonk jail. Lean draw. Yeah, never a bad look there. Yeah, I was going to type out draw. There you go. Stars money line Robertson goal plus 120. All right. Terry stole my play for the Stars game. Yeah, there you go. Pass. Yes, at Tim Earl. Probably about the Longhorns comment up there, but we'll move on along to our next game. And as I said, I'm definitely not passing on this one. We have the Arizona Coyotes heading to St. Louis to face the Blues. Arizona minus 105 to plus 100. St. Louis minus 109 to minus 120. 6.5s right across the board here in this one. Arizona 3-1-1 in their last 5 games. They've gone over 6.5 in 6 of their last 7. This Coyotes team is playing pretty good hockey from what we've seen in recent years. They are an improved team. St. Louis 2-3 in their last 5. They've gone over 6.5 in 2 of their last 3 games. Looking at past history between these teams, Arizona 3-0-1 in the last 4, including a meeting between these teams in St. Louis earlier this year. The Coyotes have scored 5 or more on St. Louis in 4 straight games. And then the game before that, they actually scored 4 against the Blues. So the Coyotes' offense has found a lot of success when they face St. Louis. 4 of the last 5 meetings have gone over 6.5. For me in this one, taking the Coyotes money line plus 104, and I'm also taking the Coyotes team total over 3.5 at plus 135. I think that's a great price. They've been scoring 4 or 5 goals against the Blues when they face them. And then when you look at what the Coyotes have done recently this year, as I bring it up, they have scored at least 3 goals in 7 straight games. So this Coyotes team is scoring goals. I think they can get to 4 here, and I think they can win this game. Looking at player props, Matthias Michelli, I've been cashing on him game after game after game. Lately, he has a point in 9 straight games for the Arizona Coyotes. You can get him for minus 110. And somebody that I haven't really been betting or didn't really notice him is former Minnesota Wild Nick Bjugstad, over half a point, plus 135. He has a point in 7 straight games for the Arizona Coyotes. So he kind of fell under the radar a bit for me, but I noticed him now. 7 straight games. I'm hoping this isn't the game where that streak ends, but plus 135 is great value when I do think Arizona's offense is going to find the back of the net today. And then you have to take Michelli, a point in 9 straight games for the Arizona Coyotes. Looking at goaltenders for this one, Karel Vejmelka is likely, and Joel Hofer is likely for St. Louis in this game. I just about hit the end stream button, so I'm glad I did not do that. Oops. There we go. I fucking knew it, LMAO. There you go. Ow! Yotes money line. Take it. Ice X is on Blues and Blues minus 1.5. There you go. There you go. Yotes money line minus 105 and draw plus 300. Blues are frauds, exactly. And of course, Mr. Nick Earl is on the Blues because he likes the Blues. Nick, we know you like the Blues. You've had futures on the Blues the last few years. You like the Blues, and I don't. They suck. But Blues revenge spot, St. Louis money line, wanted Vezina. Oh my god. But Hoffer is okay. Both teams much better at home than on the road. All right. Blues are frauds, as I said. Yes, I agree. Excuse me, Nick. It's no. Coyotes money line, I agree. Kraus anytime goal. All right. All right. Was informed it's the mom's trip for the Blackhawks. All right. All right. Goalie advantage for the Yotes. Potentially. Nick, tell Tim to tell Zach Witt. Well, yeah, okay, like that's gonna happen. Terry, how do you feel about daylight savings? I don't really like it, I guess. I don't know if I don't know what you were trying to hint at there, but okay. No, I don't like it. But going into our next game, which is between the Nashville Predators and the Winnipeg Jets. Nashville plus 105 to plus 117. Winnipeg minus 125 to minus 125. Sixes and a 6.5 available here in this one. Nashville 2-4 in their last 6 games, 2-2 to a total of 6. So 2 overs, 2 unders, 2 pushes. Winnipeg 2-1 in their last 5. That's starting to heat up here a bit. 4 of their last 5 games over 6.5. Winnipeg 4-1 in the last 5 meetings between the teams. The last 4 meetings have all gone under 5.5, and 3 of the last 4 meetings have gone under 3.5. So we have seen low scoring games between these teams in recent past. 2 of the last 4 have gone to overtime, and I'm passing on this game. You're gonna see I'm passing on a few of these later games. I like the earlier part of the slate. It would be a lean with Winnipeg with how they're playing right now, but neither of these teams are teams I do very well with. So funny division rivals with Minnesota. Just I don't tend to do, but that's not true because I made money off Colorado and Dallas this year. But the other teams in the division just have a way of messing me around. So no play in this game. Dun, 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 dun. Make the Blues fans begging for wins for sure, for sure. Sweet Lou asking the hard hitting questions for sure, for sure. The MILF Hunter shall do what he wants. Oh, there you go. Super duper pass. Tim says draw. Nick says pass. Least interesting game of the night. Not true. Not true. The least we'll get to the least interesting game. The 1-800 gambler game, which is coming up soon. Jets money line. No play. I'll pass. All right. Interesting. I try to be funny, but it's legit hard hitting question lately. Yeah, I don't know. I did like getting the extra hour sleep. I will say that. If you lose to Calgary, you suck at hockey. Yeah, I would go with Preds money line if I was going to do a play. I've been waiting years for the Jets to heat up. Yeah, exactly. Parlay the Jets. You definitely could do that as well. But moving on along to our next game, we have the Seattle Kraken heading over to Colorado to face the Avalanche. Seattle plus 185 to plus 205. Colorado minus 221 to minus 245. 6 and 6.5 available here in this game. And I briefly hinted at this game on Twitter when I posted the link for today's show. And there's a certain player getting called up for the Seattle Kraken. This same player scored a goal in his first NHL game, which I was very happy to cash on in that game. Now, after being in the AHL, he is returning to the NHL to face the Colorado Avalanche tonight. Give me Shane Wright, anytime goal plus 750 for the Kraken. He got the job done for me in his first NHL game. Now getting called up from the AHL, he is going to be motivated in this game to score on the Colorado Avalanche. So give me that nice plus 750, half unit play, but plus 750 for Shane Wright to find the back of the net here in his return to the NHL tonight. Going back to the comments, bum, 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 bum. Oilers money line minus 350. Oh my God, is that what it's at? 1,000 units? No comment. Okay, back to being serious. I lean Preds, but I don't like it enough to take it. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Let's get Kraken money line. All right, sounds good to me. Release the Kraken. Nick's dog of the day, Kraken plus 199. Avs money line, potentially. Another easy one. Avalanche will win and lean the over. Not sure quite about that. I'm not sure about that. Plus 750. Oh my God, it's raining. Yes. G, the E word. There you go. Shane Wright looked pissed at the NHL draft. Remember the stare. Yes, but it wasn't to Colorado. It was to Montreal, who passed on him, and I believe that's who he scored his first NHL goal against. That's why I took him before, because he was facing a team that passed on him in his first NHL game. And now I'm taking him here in this spot because, as I said, getting called out from the AHL, he's going to want to make um, an impact right away. Plus 750, great value for a NHL player. But 32 live viewers, the most I've seen here in a long time. So thanks, guys. Everyone, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Appreciate it. Going to our next game, which is between, I don't know why I just did that. Oops. Which is between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the LA Kings. In this one, Pittsburgh plus 105 to plus 110, LA minus 119 to minus 125, 6.5s right across the board here in this game. Of course, I forgot to mention goalies for the last game. Philip Grubauer's unconfirmed, and Isex was right there. Ivan Prosvetov is likely 1-0 with a 0.87 goals against average and a 970 save percentage. Obviously, one game, which he was extremely good in, so that's why his stats are so good. But obviously, a one game there. In this one, looking at goalies for this game, nobody's confirmed. It should be Magnus Hellberg for Pittsburgh as they have goalie injuries. Phoenix Copley unconfirmed for the Kings. Talbot played last night. Copley 1-0-1 on the season, but has a 4.96 goals against average and a 788 save percentage for the Kings. And I've been going against this Pittsburgh team or against Anaheim, which wasn't the right spot. And I feel like this is a right spot to go against Pittsburgh again. But with LA winning last night, they just beat the reigning champs, division rival in Vegas. Now they're heading home here to face Pittsburgh, who's rested. And I just can't get involved in this game. I can't get involved here. I just don't have an edge. So I'm going to pass in this one. Let's go Sharks picks says let's go Sharks. We'll be getting to your game shortly. The 1-800 game. No. We'll be getting to that one next. His anytime goal already down to plus 700. People hitting that like prom night with the head shield. Yes. People are hitting it hard. Penn's money line, potentially. Oh my God, Sharks picks. Yeah. Kings were gambling in Vegas for sure after a win. There you go. Please don't steal from Terry and hit the like button. It's free. Thanks, Kev. Much appreciated. Kings money line, they should win. They should, but after last night's game against Vegas, it's a letdown spot. And as Nick says, big Penn spot, plus 107 team total over. I could see it. I lean Pens like a turd. There you go. Especially after the big win versus, exactly. I'm leaning the over. Yeah, that could be it. Hellberg looked good for Pittsburgh, but is he going to be able to carry that over here? 6.5 minus 130, minus 140. Right around the edge there. The Kings are for real. I know everybody thinks that. I'm not quite ready to admit I'm wrong yet. Not going to admit it yet. Fortunately, today's the last day for the last place Penguins. Yeah, but hey, they could always go back there. This is the prime pen spot. We'll randomly pull a Seabiscuit and win this somehow. Shake my head, not surprised if we don't, though. There you go. Oh, so you're a Pens fan, Sweet Lou. Interesting. Okay. But going on along to our next game here, which is the last game of the night between the Edmonton Oilers and the San Jose Sharks. Edmonton Oilers minus 300 to minus 360. San Jose plus 275 to plus 285. Sevens right across the board. We're seeing Edmonton puck line at minus 140, minus 148. If you want San Jose plus 2.5, you can get that for minus 135 for the Sharks to not lose by more than 2. And this one, as I kind of mentioned earlier, is a pass. This is a 1-800 gambler game. If anyone's betting this game, feel free. Everyone is allowed to bet how they want, but this is to me, This is if I was going to bet this game, I'd be calling 1-800-GAMBLER instead because I have an issue. But luckily I don't have an issue. Yay, Sharks, you got one. Reality check. Edmonton -1.5 and team total of 4.5. Nick, question for you. I know last year you were going on and on about how no NHL team should be -300. Well, the Oilers are -300 to -360, and here you are backing them. This is a game to pass. Sharks money line and draw. You could potentially go that way. Oilers money line. Oilers -2 over 7. Primo confirmed for the Habs. Okay, over. What the FNIC and MLB team. Yeah, but you did do it in NHL as well. Come on. But something different here for this game. I asked Twitter, do the San Jose Sharks win back-to-back games? Do they defeat the Oilers tonight? 34.5% say yes. San Jose is live tonight. 31% say that Edmonton is a lock. Kind of interesting. 12.1% say the Oilers win this game by 1, and 22.4% say take the over. So that is the poll on this game. There we go. Back-to-back 2 wins for the Sharks. Let's go. Possible. Pass on this play. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, so the Sharks lose, and Isaac says fade the polls. Yeah, you could do that. Oilers win by 1. That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. If you saw how Edmonton started against Vancouver, Edmonton first period over 1.5, Edmonton -1 first period plus 238. Interesting. Toilet bowl game. Lord help us all. Yeah, you couldn't pay me to bet this game. And Sharks. We'll have to see. But that is today's show. Oops. Service or news alert for next week. I'm having dental surgery, so I will having my wisdom teeth pulled. So I will not be doing a show for a few days next week. I don't know exactly how long. It depends how long it takes for me to heal. So having a show tomorrow and Friday. Probably do one live Saturday morning. But next week, probably not too many shows. We'll just have to see how quickly I can heal from the wisdom teeth coming out. So not looking forward to that, but I thought I'd mention it so no one's surprised. Terry, job well done in the picks are very agreeable. Good luck. Let's cash. Yes, let's get it, Kev. I've never seen a team look so depressed like the Oils. Yeah, and I cannot back with the way the Oilers are playing. I can't back them. Not that I could back them at anyway at the price they are, but I do want Sharks to beat the Oilers so McDavid can get traded to the Bruins. He's going to he's going to a Canadian team if he does get traded. Damn, yeah. Best of luck with the teeth, Terry. Thanks. No, what am I supposed to do with Terry's NHL show? I'm not sure. Good luck. Thank you, Robert. Do a show high on wisdom teeth drugs? No, I won't be able to talk. So without. Yeah. Get well, bro. Take your time. Not going anywhere. Thanks. Much appreciated, Kev. Kane will play very well tonight. Shots, points, goals. That's actually a very good look. Facing his former team. And hey, if you come motivated against the Sharks, you should have no problem scoring. So I agree with that. Guys in hockey paying to have teeth and you're paying, yeah. Basically, yeah. But thanks everyone for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. We will be back tomorrow. Terry High on Drugs says wild money line. Probably. He probably would. But thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you on tomorrow's show. Best of luck in the NHL tonight. Let's all make some money. And go Shane Wright. Cash me that plus 750. Best of luck, guys.